Good day everyone, my name is Rana. I am the student of BA Political Science Honours second year A section. Today I will be talking about the topic the Indian Parliament basic structure. So first talking about Indian Parliament. Indian Parliament comprises of two parts, that is the Union Legislature and the State Legislature. The Union Legislature comprises of two bodies, that is the two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. First, talking about Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is also known as the upper house or the upper chamber of the parliament. It is also known as the Council of States. Its total members is 250, that is 238 indirectly elected members and 12 nominated by the presidents on the basis of the work structure they do. It is a permanent kind of body structure where it cannot be dissolved. The term of individual members working in this house is of 6 years, and 1/3 of the members are retired after every second year. The presiding officer, that is after the president, the members are the chairman and the deputy chairman. The qualifications to be a Rajya Sabha member are first a citizen of India and should be not less than 30 years of age. These are the two major components that should be required by an individual citizen to be a member of Rajya Sabha. Now, talking about the second house of the Union Legislature, that is the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower house of the Parliament. It is also known as the House of People or the House of Commons. The maximum strength of the Lok Sabha is of 552, that is 520 of state members and 20 of Union Territory members and 2 nominated Anglo-Indian community members by the President. Then the members are in this, the members in this are directly elected and not indirectly elected. The term of individuals in this house is of 5 years. The presiding officers is the chairman and the deputy chairman as same as the Rajya Sabha. The qualifications to be a member of Rajya Sabha and of Lok Sabha is slightly different. That is, for the common thing is that you have to be a citizen of India. The uncommon thing is that you have to be only less than 25 years of age. There is a 5 years gap difference between the two houses. Now, talking about the state legislature. State legislature is bicameral and unicameral. The unicameral is legislative council. Now, the bicameral legislature is comprises of two parts, that is legislative council or that we call the Vidhan Parishad, and second the legislative assembly or we call it the Vidhan Sabha. The Legislative Council is also known as the upper house of the state legislature. Its maximum strength is 1/3 of the total strength of the assembly. The minimum strength can go down to 250 members. In this, members are indirectly elected and it is a permanent kind of body that it cannot be dissolved. Then, 1/3 of its members retire after second year. And the term of individuals in this house is 6 years. Now, talking of the second one, Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Sabha. Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Sabha is also known as the lower house of the state legislature. Its maximum strength can go up to 500. Yes, it can go up to 500 and the minimum strength can go as low as 60. Then thirdly, members are directly elected by the people. Here no indirection election is done and people choose their representatives directly. The term of individuals in this is of 6 years. So this is all about the basic structure of the Indian Parliament. The Indian Parliament works for the people, that is stated by our constitution, and the main focus of Indian Parliament is for the welfare of the people. That is also known as the social welfare, which is the main part of our constitution. The social welfare schemes includes of the social welfare of the disadvantaged groups such as the SC, ST, scheduled, that is the scheduled castes, the scheduled tribes, women's and handicapped peoples or physically challenged peoples. They are the most beneficiaries of these things. Then the social welfare also consists of health, that is the health of the people of the country and providing them with basic health structure, that is hospitals and sanitation and all that. And the third one is education, and education does not only comprise of the book knowledge, it also comprises of the new techniques of knowledge that consist of computers, e-books and e-learning resources, because with the passing time these things are becoming important and should be considered as an important aspect for the development of a country. People give a lot of importance to the infrastructure also, because infrastructure plays a very vital role in our country. The infrastructure of a country describes the economic level of the country, so that the infrastructure should be good. So now talking about in a nutshell, that is, we have talked about the basic structure, we have talked about the basic structure of the Indian Parliament and the two houses it comprises, and then we have talked about what kind of work the Parliament do, that is the social welfare, which includes healthcare, infrastructure and sanitation and education, which is the third one. Education is very important because it is the basic of everything. So this is all for the Indian Parliament basic structure and their scheme of work. So thank you, and thank you so much, and my roll number is 18/0986. Thank you so much.